Okay, welcome to the second video in the series, and I will be explaining some simple things Python today. So, we're going to write our first few lines of Python code. It's not that hard, yeah. So, if you got everything ready on this PyCharm window, or any editor like Sublime Text or just standard editor, you can even write it on Notepad++ or Notepad. So, you're going to learn about the print function, which is pretty easy. On here we have a console. So if we go in Python 3.7. So if we go in the standard IDE, there's also a console. And the console only pops up when the code here is running. So I'll show you something. New file. So if I do a code like the print function, which we're going to do on the PyCharm, which is going to be way easier. So print function is basically you type print and a bracket after it, 2 brackets, and inside we have this. And this, or this, it basically means we're printing out a string. And a string in Python is basically text. It's basically text. So basically, you can go like this. Pretend a random string like that. And that is called a string of text. So if I say, hello world, that is a string. And without this, the 2 apostrophes, you will need, if we just do this, if we do like strings in here, hello world, without the, what do you call them? I don't know. Things, hello world. See how it's going on underline red? Yeah, that means there's an error with it. You can see clearly over here 5 errors. You can click that, and down here you can see all expected. Yeah, you can list them, and minus. Yeah, that's exactly what the console looks like, but not like that. So hello world, this, it's not gonna work if you type this right in here. So the only case where you can type it without the colons, why did I say colons? But like without the apostrophes, it's like you go in here and you go like number, like 67, and that'll work. So if you run this, click that run tutorial, run file like that, or you can go in file and wait, not in file, run tutorial like that. So see, it prints out 67 in the console. That's decently cool. And if you do this, these 2 colons and these are like the same. So these, wait, I like these more. And you can say hello world, and there, that happened. They'll print hello world to the console, which is pretty cool. Not too advanced. It's not advanced at all. It's pretty easy. So the second thing we're going to cover today is variables. And variables are probably like the container of just a container of like information in Python. So how to define a variable is pretty easy. You just go like, you say the variable name, pretend we have age equals, do an equal sign, and we can say, let's say 20, look, how do you do this? Anyways, Daniel was 20, your age was 20 or like 10, and that is basically a variable. And you can call this variable by typing age. So if we use the print function here, print age, that this in this occasion, without any of them, and this is not a number, this will work since this is referring to a variable. So we'll print 10. If we run that, 10. Yeah. And I'm just going to delete this line. So a variable can store lots of things. And the types of information you give it in Python are different, I'd say. A lot of different types of information. So this is number and name. Let's say Jack. Forgot this. We need Jack. Yeah. So you need to store it inside a string. This is called a number. This is called a string. And then we have true and false. Let's just say what I'm just gonna name the variable true. True, false. True, false. So yeah, in Python when you name a variable here, wait. Just gonna resolve that. In Python when you name a variable that needs to have a space in it, you can't just type, let's say, space here, because it's not gonna work. Python's not gonna recognize it. So if we have like an underscore here, Python will recognize it. So that's like the proper Python way of doing this. But you can also just do that. That will be fine as well. But Python recommends this. So there. What here we're going to do. Let's say, oh yes, true and false. You can do true. It's called a boolean, also known as a bool. True or false. You could type false with capital in here. So yeah, that's another type of string. And another type of information. And let me think, is there any other ones? Oh yes, there is. Oh yes, there is. I'll talk. There's a lot of other ones, but like one of them, I'll explain this all to you in the next video. Yeah, so that's it. Subscribe and